How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins Zero. In the last episode, we saw that Dr. Leskinen and Maho were heading back to America, which was very similar to what happened in the bad route, but the noticeable difference was that Dr. Leskinen revoked the access to the Amadeus app, which he did not do in the bad route. He let us keep it, and that was probably all a part of his ruse. Maybe he's not a part of this ruse this time around. I hope not. I'm in a love-hate relationship with Dr. Leskinen at this point. But anyways, we also kind of followed Kagiri. We have come to the conclusion that both her and Moika are rounders. They are working to, I guess, go against us in some way. But Kagiri has a hidden motive, and we saw this in the bad route, that she's going to protect her mother. Or at least I believe so at this point. And she also has a voice in her head. She calls it God's voice. Don't know whose voice it actually is, but maybe we'll find out eventually. So some new things coming up, and maybe that's because we're actually heading in the right direction of the true ending. Maybe. I don't know. It was almost July. The rainy season hadn't been that bad this year, and what little remained of it had already disappeared. Temperature-wise, summer had come a long time ago. In other words, it had almost been a year since it happened. And then one Saturday afternoon, if I stayed home, not only would it be hot, but Dad would be on my case about helping with the family business. To get away, I'd come to the area around Ikebukuro Station. A year ago, I could have gone to the lab, but with Suzuha living there, now I'd almost stopped going. Or I'd mostly stopped going. But that meant that it was hard to find a place to study on my days off. It was too much trouble to go to the university, and the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyway. After a lot of research, I'd settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home, and spending a few hours there. Okay, so this seems to be very, very similar to what Okabe was up to in our last go-around. But the noticeable difference here will be he's not going to get a call from Amadeus. If you guys recall, he did get a call from her here in this shop. And then after that, we decided to go hang out with Mayuri. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's going to be some obvious differences. In fact, a lot of other patrons did the same thing I did, buying a single cup of coffee and sitting here for hours on end. Some brought books, some brought computers. I chuckled to myself as I realized that I'd been joining the ranks of the other normies. We have a message. It is Mayuri. Alright, Tutoru, where are you now? The usual cafe, right? I just went to your place and you weren't home. You did? Did my dad make a nuisance of himself again? That's okay, he gave me some barley tea. I have to go shopping. Will you come with me? Fuck. Okay, I'll leave now. Wait for me. So she went to my house. My family's business was called Okabe Green Grocer. It was a beat-up old store located in a rundown shopping street. The place was almost 40 years old. I really wanted them to rebuild it. My mind had wandered. Mayuri was going to be here in less than 15 minutes, so maybe it was time to call it a day. I'd worked pretty hard during the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I was a little surprised at how hard I'd been working lately. I could feel how having a goal gave me energy. I needed to get to Victor Kandria University as soon as I could. I was still in contact with Maho via email and chat. She was evidently busy with her research because she was always sleepy. Yeah, I believe it. I took out my phone. I found myself looking for a certain icon on the home screen. Yeah, it's just something could never fill that gap. No other app apparently could. But of course I deleted it myself 6 months ago. Amadeus. Was Kirisu doing well? Knowing her, she was probably coming up with some complicated theory or teasing Maho. It was also possible that she was visiting at channel and hiding it from Maho. That's right. Kirisu had internet access. So it makes sense if she accessed at channel. But given that,
アマデウスってネット掲示板に書き込んだりすることもできるんだろうか
Kirisu had spent a lot of effort last summer trying to argue with John Titor on At Channel. Good times, huh? That happened in the Alpha World line, though. Still, it meant that she was okay with posting. So there was a chance that Kirisu was doing the same thing. Why'd the music stop? If Amadeus had even temporary access to the network, then just maybe. I opened the web browser on my smartphone, and without really expecting much, ran a search for a nickname I knew I'd never forget. Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha. It was the handle that Kirisu had once used. I spoke without thinking. I bowed my head a little towards the other customers, who were staring at me coldly, and looked back at my smartphone. Amazingly, the search turned up several hundred results. They were all comments on that channel. I took a look at the dates on the results page. The oldest dated back to 2008. Those must have been written by Kirisu when she was alive. I never expected to see traces of her here.
っていうか、投稿しすぎだろ。
I didn't realize she spent this much time on that channel. Her comments were spread out on a lot of different boards: physics, mathematics, science fiction, and of course, the occult boards. For example, in the science fiction threads, she had had passionate discussions about time machines. But unlike in the Alpha World line, she never came out and denied the possibility of a time machine. Surprisingly, some of her comments seemed to be quite the opposite.
いや、意外でもなんでもないか。
After all, she'd gone through all the work required to write a paper on time machines. Compared to that, her comments on the occult boards were brutal. She would absolutely crush the arguments of anyone who dared to propose anything even the least a bit unscientific. Supernatural phenomena, like crop circles, poltergeists, and spontaneous human combustion. How to place artifacts, the Mayan doomsday calendar, conspiracy theories about how human DNA had been brought from another planet. She broke them down and refuted them with a cold thoroughness that even drove away her own side, and if anybody dared challenge her, she'd leave them flat on the canvas. It was just like Kirisu. Her comments offered so little room for discussion, it was aggravating to read them. Did she actually enjoy all this occult stuff? She put enough energy into this that I couldn't help but wonder.
いくらなんでも大人げなさすぎだろ。
The first time I met her at last year's ATF, I'd gone through the same experience. But after a certain point, the Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha comments suddenly stopped. The cutoff date was July 27th of last year, the day Kirisu died. She posted until the last minute, huh? Goddamn, what dedication to the platform. Her last comment was a slightly too heated response to someone who was mocking Dr. Nakabachi's time machine press conference. My chest tightened with the sensations of nostalgia and sorrow, I decided to close the browser. But then I stopped as soon as I saw her next comment. I brought the phone closer to my face and stared at it again and again. The date of the comment was December 1st, 2010.
これってまさか。
Kirisu died in July 2010. So this couldn't possibly be her. So who was it? Was it someone else who'd taken over the identity of Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha? Or was it... Since there was no trip code, I couldn't tell for certain. December 1st was just after Maho and Dr. Leskinen had come to Japan, and also about the time I'd encountered Kirisu. After that, Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha commented at about a rate at once per week. I looked for the most recent comment.
って昨日の夜じゃないか。
It was a discussion about relativity theory. So you're one of those people who thinks the Michelson-Morley experiment led to the development of relativity theory. No wonder you weren't making any sense. Go back to grade school. Lol. No point in even talking to you. I don't know what the W's mean, but we'll say that she's trying to be edgy in a very weird way. She really did get foul-mouthed when she went on that channel. But then I realized that she said the same thing to me face to face. If this wasn't some imposter, if this really was Kirisu, what a miraculous and yet stupid story. Did Maho and Dr. Leskinen know about this, I wonder? Probably not. Kirisu wasn't going to tell them. I couldn't help but laugh. Should I try to make contact with her? I wanted to see if this Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha really was Kirisu. And then I came up with a good handle. Oh, Salari's neighbor. Of course, this was a knockoff of Maho's ID. If Cutie Gohan and Kamehameha really was Kirisu, she'd have to notice it, right? Okay. Oh. I thought I smelled a moron. It's true that the original purpose of that experiment was only to prove the existence of ether, but you can't deny that it helped Einstein. As a result, you can say that it formed the basis of his theories. Someone needs to go back to school, and it ain't me. How about that? I wrote something deliberately provocative, and importantly, I mixed in some mistakes. Not to brag, but I thought I knew a lot more about Kirisu than Maho did.
あっさり釣られるはずだ。クリスならな。
Hello Steins Gate original Mayuri model, which I complained about many times prior. At some point, Mayuri had walked up in front of me.
なんだ。もう来てたのか。
I'd been so busy writing my comment that I hadn't noticed. I hurriedly put the phone away and stood up.
じゃあ、行くか。どうした？
行こう。
Mayuri and I left the cafe. Mayuri and I met up and headed for Tokyo Hands. When I stepped inside the air-conditioned store, I felt refreshed. If it was this hot in June, I shuddered to think what it was going to be like in July or August.
それで、一体何を買うつもりなんだ？
商品宣伝用のポップを作るんだ。だから、それ用のカードとか蛍光ペンとか。
今年はコミマで同人誌でも出す気か？
違うよ。岡部製菓店で使うんだよ。
は？なんだって？
My family business.
今日オカリンの家に行った時にね、おじさんとそんな話になって、じゃあマユシーが作りますって立候補したの。
おいおい。
My dad could be such a jerk.
お前がそんなことする必要ないんだぞ。
でもマユシーがやりたいからやっているのです。
本当にいいのか？
オカリンやおじさんおばさんにはいつもお世話になってるから。
じゃあ代わりに今度何かプレゼントするよ。
本当？嬉しいな。
I took a quick look around and saw that they were selling a lot of things you could use for advertising. I decided to mostly leave the purchasing decisions up to Mayuri. Yeah, we kind of already went through all this, I'm pretty sure. She spent quite a while deciding what to buy. But, well, maybe because of all the time she spent at Mei Queen Nyan, her taste ran in the direction of cute and anime.
あーねえねえこっちのハート型のもかわいいよ。
野菜や果物を売るのにハート型なんてどう使うつもりだ？
例えばこんな風に書くのはどうかな。おっきなおっきな松茸くん、今夜のおかずに奥さんいかが？あとは甘くてとろりん、早く食べてね、熟れたメロンちゃん。
あ、お前まさか知らないうちにダルに洗脳されたわけじゃないよな。ああ、いや、なんでもない。
Mayuri looked confused and completely oblivious.
とにかくハート型のポップは不許可だ。うちが怪しい店に見えてしまう。
そうかな。可愛いと思うけどな。
可愛くなくていいんだって。
My original intention not to interfere had gone by the wayside.
そもそもこれ以上買っても絶対余るぞ。
My shopping cart was filled with card stock of various colors and shapes.
これだけあれば当分困らないだろ。
そうだね。じゃあここまでにしよう。
We went to the cash register to check out. But since it was a Saturday, the checkout area was overflowing with shopping carts. Since it was going to take a while, I sent Mayuri to browse the toys section on another floor. I knew they'd have some stuff from one of her favorite shows, Rainet Kakadu. Mayuri looked apologetic and did what I told her to. In the end, I waited a whole 15 minutes at the register. As an apology, I decided to get the present I'd promised her. She seemed really happy as she stared at the keychain. It was Upa, the mascot character from the Rainet Kakadu series. I told her when she went over to the toy section she could pick out anything she wanted, and this is what she chose.
ウーパならもう大量に持ってるのにずいぶん嬉しそうだな。しかもそれって普通の緑色のウーパだろ？レアなやつじゃないよな。レアなのは確かメタルウーパだっけか。
The most popular and rarest of the Upas was the shiny silver metal Upa. For example, whenever there was a lottery for rare Rainet Kakadu stuff at the convenience stores, the top prize was always a metal Upa. Mayuri had told me once that they sold for tens of thousands of yen at auction.
チッチッチ。
For some reason, Mayuri was wagging her finger at me.
違うんだな。これはね、緑のウーパさんだけど普通のとは違うの。この前やってた映画に登場した緑の妖精さんウーパなんだよ。
Come to think of it, there had been a Rainet Kakadu movie out in spring. Had Mayuri sat in a theater full of little kids to watch it?
緑の妖精さん？
映画のネタバレしてもいいかな。
By all goddamn
いい
means.
ぞ、どうせ見ないし。
今回の映画はね、バーチャル世界で悪のスーパーハッカーさんたちとバトルをするんだ。そのバーチャル世界が妖精さんの住む森なのです。スーパーハッカーさんはすごく強くてね、かけるくんもウーパもピンチになっちゃうんだけど、もうダメだっていう時にね、妖精さんたちが助けに来てくれるの。実はその妖精さんたちはかけるくんがお世話をしてた学校の花壇のお花さんたちだったんだよ。 いつも優しくしてくれるかけるくんを助けるためにね、バーチャル世界でピカピカーンって光ってウーパと合体するんだ。それがこの緑の妖精さんウーパー。すっごくかわいいし、すっごく強いんだよ。まゆし感動したな。そういう話に弱いんだ。監督さん天才だよ。
なるほどな。
It was rare for Mayuri to get this excited about something. I took a closer look and saw that the design was a little different from the standard Upa. I didn't know a lot about Upas, so I couldn't say exactly what was different.
このキーホルダーね、結構あちこち探してたんだ。すっごく人気があってね、どこも売り切れだったんだよ。まさかハンズに残ってるなんて思わなかったな。
ラッキーだったな。
しかもこれが最後の1個だったんだよ。今日は来てよかった。オカリンとおじさんには感謝しなくちゃ。
Mayuri took the tag off the keychain and got her house key out of her bag and carefully attached it.
ねえオカリン、まゆしーね、これずっと大切にするね。
It's true, you know.
おお、そうしてくれ。くれぐれも買って5分でなくしたりしないようにな。
It happened before, after all. Like the metal Upa I'd won for her at the radio building. Mayuri had lost it in no more than 5 minutes after I gave it to her. I'd wondered if she had ever found it. I didn't really want to remember that time in my life, so my memory of what happened to the metal Upa was vague. Yep, that's how it is in this direction.
もう絶対になくさないのです。
The two of us started to head back.
オカリンのお店のポップ張り切って作るね。
ああ、その作業があったな。
I'd been thinking the job was done once we bought the materials. The real work actually began now.
俺も手伝おうか。
大丈夫。まゆしーのセンスを信じてほしいな。
ハートマークのポップを買おうとしてた時点でセンスを疑うぞ。
大丈夫だよ。
まあポップを作ってくれるだけでもありがたいから文句は言わないけどな。
お母さんにメールしなきゃ。晩ご飯までには帰りますって。
なんならうちで食べてってもいいぞ。どうせ親父やおふくろが引き止めるだろうし。
どうしようかな。オカリンは今日はこの後ずっと家にいるの？合コンとか行かない？
最近は全然行ってないよ。
Last fall, when I'd been trying to become a normal college kid, I'd forced myself to go to as many as possible. But lately I'd been so busy with my studies that I hadn't had a chance.
そっか。じゃあごちそうになっていこうかな。
Mayuri took out her phone and started to type something when... Her expression suddenly darkened. She stopped moving.
どうした？
ついさっきね、楓さんからメールが来てて気づかなかったよ。どうしよう、オカリン。
Mayuri seemed like she was on the verge of tears.
何かあったのか？
ねえオカリン、前に言ってたよね。吹雪ちゃんは病気なんかじゃないって。
吹雪ちゃん？中瀬さんのことか？来島さんの方じゃなくて？
あれって本当に病気じゃないんだよね。
おう、違うはずだ。
でも
Mayuri showed me her phone. Fubuki's back in the hospital. I'm on my way. Here's the location.
また入院しただって。
I couldn't believe what I was seeing on the screen. Fubuki was at a different location than before. This time, it was the AH Tokyo General Hospital High-Tech Medical Center in Yoyogi. Again, what a name. We've gone through this before. I don't know where the differences are, so it's not like I can just skip ahead. And for those that didn't watch the episodes that took place in the bad route, I kind of have to read through this again. Even so, this is quite literally what I've already read. It's straight up déjà vu. It was supposedly one of Japan's most advanced hospitals. According to what I read on the internet, patients with the new encephalitis that everyone was talking about were being gathered here for special treatment. But I had also read lots of really bad urban legends about the place, and I was a bit worried about what kind of horror show I'd find there. But of course, when we arrived, it was nothing like that. It was very clean and decorated like a luxury hotel.
Mayuri-chan, Hokari-san, こっちです。
Kaide and Yuki waved to us as we entered the lobby. Yuki had gotten a message from Kaide as well, and had evidently come right over.
ふぶきちゃんは大丈夫だよ。
Yuki gave Mayuri a soft hug and a smile. Kaide bowed her head apologetically.
驚かせてごめんね。私も焦っちゃって。もっとちゃんと確認してからメールすればよかった。
というと、中瀬さんの容体は？
今病室でふぶきちゃんのお母さんに会えたんですけど、例の病気が悪化したとかじゃないそうです。
じゃあまた検査入院とか？
はい、そう言ってました。だから全然心配ないって。なんだ。はあ、よかった。
Mayuri looked extremely relieved as Yuki continued to hug her. If I remembered right, the last time they examined her, they said it was possible she had the disease, but as long as it didn't get worse, it wouldn't affect her daily life. They just told her to come back for regular checkups. The new encephalitis had arrived in Japan over 6 months ago, but the number of patients was still increasing. Fortunately, there hadn't been a single casualty yet. And there won't ever be. I think.
病気なんかじゃないと思うけどな。
I was certain that what they were calling encephalitis was actually something similar to reading Steiner. One time when I went to visit Fubuki in the hospital, I had secretly investigated the other patients. I wasn't able to get any proof, but I found out most of the patients in her wing had, to varying degrees, memories of the same world line. Many people had memories of Japan at war.
ふぶきちゃんに会えるかな。それがね、今 MRI で脳の検査をしている最中なんですって。だから病室にいないの。そうなんだ。でももう少しで終わるみたいよ。ここで待っていてってふぶきちゃんのお母さんが。
Kaide motioned to Mayuri, indicating she should sit down at a nearby sofa.
検査が終わったら声をかけてくれるみたい。
I let the girls sit down on the sofa and stood next to them while I surveyed the lobby.
すごい病院ですよね。
ああ、中瀬さんの家って実はすごい金持ちだったりするのか？こんなところに入院なんて。
そうじゃなくってですね、吹雪ちゃんのお母さんの話だと、日本とアメリカの政府がお金を出して新しい治療のプロジェクトを始めるみたいなんです。この病院とアメリカの専門病院や研究所が中心になってやるんだそうですよ。
そうなのか。
I wasn't sure how I felt about that. If I was right about what this disease really was, it was hard to imagine a bigger waste of money.
お願いします。患者は全員個室にしてください。それも患者同士が接触しないよう、なるべく離れた部屋で。
Well, we know who this is.
しかしね、そんな都合よく病床は空いていませんから。
それでもやってくれないとダメです。患者同士が会話をすることで夢の情報を共有してしまうでしょ
いや、それはそうですが。
脳というのはね、他人が見た夢なのにそれに共感を覚えてしまうと、あたかも自分が見た夢のように錯覚してしまう。そういう可能性だってあるのです。
My man. Across the lobby, I saw an old Japanese doctor in a white coat and a big man in a suit who was frantically trying to talk to him. I had seen the man in the suit before. Actually, it was a man I knew well.
教授、レスキネン教授。
I hurried over.
レスキネン教授、俺です。岡部です。
He must have been wearing his translator because he was communicating with the old doctor in Japanese. Dr. Leskinen's face quickly broke into a smile when he saw me.
Oh, Rintaro!
Yep, still pronouncing the name totally correct. His voice was so loud that everyone in the lobby, doctors, nurses, staff, and even the patients turned to look at me. But Dr. Leskinen didn't seem to notice them as he ran over. He was like a giant American football player racing for a touchdown.
うわ、ちょっと待ってください、教授。ストップ、ストップ。
My cries went unheard as Dr. Leskinen tackled me and then pulled me up. Then he switched from football player to pro wrestler and he swung me up and down. How tall is this man? I felt like I was a little child. There was nothing I could do to resist him as he flung me around. A moment later, he noticed the cold stares of the people around us and finally released me.
いやはや、すまない。あまりに驚いて、はしゃぎすぎてしまった。
A little? Dr. Leskinen bowed to the people around him in apology.
レスキネン先生、この青年とはどういったお知り合いかな？
The doctor that Professor Leskinen had been talking to was staring at me suspiciously.
あ、その。
I wasn't sure exactly what to tell him. It wasn't like he was really my professor.
見たところまだ学生のようだが、どこの大学かね？教授と同じ脳科学専攻だとすると。
いえ、俺は。
彼は9月からビクトゥ・コンドリア大学の学生ですよ。いずれ私の研究室に来てもらうつもりでいます。
え？
おほう、ビクトル・コンドリア大学かね。これは驚いた。
I looked over at Dr. Leskinen questioningly, but he just gave me a mischievous smile. This guy, this man, he really was such a child.
日本人であそこへ行ける学生なんてめったにいない。大したものだ。
どうも。
After the doctor left, I sighed loudly enough for Professor Leskinen to hear me.
今の人は？
この病院の院長だよ。
院長？そんな偉い人相手に堂々と嘘をついたんですか？
おや、私は嘘なんてついたかな？確かに9月から我が校の学生とはいたが、何も 今年の9月からとは言ってないよ。それとも何かい？君は結局我が校に来る自信がないのかな？だったら少し残念だが。
He really was like a little kid, completely shameless. But still, it was hard to hate him.
でも驚きました。まさか教授がまた日本に来ているなんて。
It had been 5 months since I'd seen him off at Narita. I looked around for Maho, but I didn't see her anywhere.
ウィンタールはどこか具合でも悪いのかい？治療でここに？
いえ、違います。入院してる友人の見舞いで。
そうか。それはよか。いや、その友人にとっては良くないか。申し訳ない。
いえ。それで教授こそ日本の病院で何を？
Dr. Leskinen brought his face close to mine and whispered so that the people around us couldn't hear him.
君も知っているだろう。例の新型脳炎の件だよ。アメリカ政府の依頼で精神生理学研究所が治療法を研究していたんだが、手詰まりらしくてね。私も調査に加わるよう大学から命じられたというわけさ。
そうなんですか。レスキネン教授が新型脳炎を。
Now there was a word I didn't expect to hear. I explained that my friend was here because they thought she might have the disease.
もしかしてその友人というのは中瀬克美？
クリスマスパーティーで会ってましたね。
実は私が新型脳炎に興味を持ったのもあのパーティーがきっかけでね。君と克美が揃って倒れただろ？
He was right, actually. In my case, I'd been sent to that other world line.
克美には何日か前に再会したんだけどね。私にも何度か噛みついてきたよ。どうしてまた入院させられるんだ？私は元気なのにってね。
そうでしたか。
もう少し協力的になってくれると嬉しいとリンタロウからも伝えておいてくれないかい？実際のところキャツミだけでなく全ての患者に申し訳ないという気持ちはあるんだ。我々も日本の医師団も研究を進めてはいるんだけどね。どうにも解せない検査結果ばかりで困り果てているのさ。
Dr. Leskinen's usually chipper expression darkened. The man was such a ball of vitality that I hadn't noticed until then, but when his smile disappeared, I could see the wrinkles that had formed on his face from exhaustion. He must have been working hard, like he said.
正直、最初はどの医師もこれほど不可解な病気だとは思っていなかったらしいんだけどね。どうしたんだ、リンタロウ？何か気になることでも？
いえ、俺は医学生じゃないのでさっぱりです。
I was just about to tell him about my reading Steiner, but in the end I couldn't. If my uninformed opinion was wrong, it could cost the encephalitis patients their lives. I couldn't just tell him when I didn't have any proof. And then his face drew close to mine again.
ところで、その克美がなかなか興味深いことを言っていたんだよ。自分たちは病気じゃない。別の世界の出来事を夢で見る能力があるだけだとかなんとか。
I told her not to say anything about it. Could she not help it? This was bad. They might start to doubt her sanity.
中瀬さんは とても想像力がたくましいというか SF とかアニメとか大好きですから、他の平行世界を感知できる力なんて多分趣味の影響で口にしただけじゃないかと思います。実は俺もそういうことを言っていた時期があるんですよ。
Yeah, that's unfortunately true. I tried my best to come up with excuses, but Dr. Leskinen still seemed concerned.
だけどね、私も治療プロジェクトに参加して驚いたんだが、確かにこの病の特徴として、多くの患者が夢を共有する不可思議な現象が起こっているんだ。集団幻覚に近いのかとも思って今調べているんだけどね。でもなんだろう、こんなことは初めてでね。脳科学的には今のところ解が導けない。正直非科学的という言葉が一番しっくりくるくらいだよ。それこそ平行世界とか前世の記憶とかね。
そうですか。
君も克美からいろいろと話を聞いてくれると助かるよ。医者に言えないことでも友人になら話すだろうしね。
はい、一応心がけておきます。
さて、リンタロウ、それはそれとして確認だ。
Dr. Leskinen was looking over my shoulder.
クリスマスパーティーの時にも感じたんだけれど、君のガールフレンドたちはキュートなお嬢さんばかりだね。
Yeah.
え？
I turned around and saw that Mayuri Kaide and Yuki had all stood up from the sofa and were looking at me. When they saw Dr. Leskinen was looking at them, they waved.
やはりあの中に恋人がいたりするのかい？ユキ、カエデ、マユリ、ルカ、それともカツミがそうなのかな？
One of those ain't like the other.
No.
His words were so surprising I couldn't think of anything to say. Maho would often call this middle-aged man a mischievous boy, and that was exactly the look he had on his face.
いや、別に無理に聞かせてくれとは言わないよ。君のプライベートを詮索する気はないからね。ただ、まあ、可愛い教え子にちょっとした土産話をと思っただけさ。
Dr. Leskinen turned to walk away before I could figure out what he meant.
それじゃリンタロウ、私はもうちょっと院長と話をしないといけないから、これで。できればユキたちにも一人一人ハグしていきたいところだったが、次回にとっておこう。彼女たちによろしく。
はい。
Mayuri and the others came over to me as I watched him go.
今の人レスキネン先生ですよね。どこかで見たことあると思った。アメリカに帰ったんじゃなかったでしたっけ？オカリン？
There was no way I could tell the girls what Dr. Leskinen and I were just talking about. Yeah. Alright, so this is where we'll end this one. So a lot of this was just straight up, conversations, dialogue, this and that we've already gone through. Really, the beginning of this was what was a little different with, the fact that we're not talking with Amadeus. But something that stood out to me is that we don't know if Dr. Leskinen is involved with the bad boys this time around. He obviously was last time because we saw that through Maho's perspective. But Maho wasn't as curious. We already told her everything. there was no reason for her to go in and study time machines and find answers on her own, keeping her up at night, and then, peeking in and seeing that Dr. Leskinen and Dr. Reyes were scheming. Maybe they are, but Maho never came across it, so she's not in danger, I don't think. She's not brainwashed, I should say. She's not going to be turning against us, or at least I really hope not. That was very unexpected before. Well, I guess we'll see what happens and see if we have to go through dialogue, scenes, this and that we've already gone through in the bad route. But hopefully some new things pop up and we just keep on grinding towards the true ending. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.